Okay, we good. I think we good. We good? Check, check, mic check. What we look like? Somebody talk to me. What we sound like? Can we hear it? What we look like? Okay, I think we good. Somebody talk to me. What we
All
sound like?
right.
Can we
All
hear it?
right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah.
All right, I hear myself. Pop out the YouTube chat. Boom, 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 boop, boop. Okay. Everything else sound cool? We cool on everything else? All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Where the heck did YouTube chat go? Where's that at? Okay, there we go. All right, here we go, man. Let's go ahead and start this live out. What we doing? Let's see. I guess I should shave my mustache, huh? Tripping. Tripping. Okay. Do. Okay. The lighting looked like. My curls is acting crazy right now. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, let me hit the record button. Okay, I think we're good. Everything good? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We are good. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I don't know what we're gonna watch. What we watching first?
This TikToker is facing life in prison after allegedly taking her manager's life, and right before it all happened, she posted multiple TikToks that clearly showed that she was completely losing her mind.
Oh, what's
I
going
got
on
sent
here?
home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early. It's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. She could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her.
Honestly, at this point, I'm starting to lose track of how many stories like this that we've covered this year, because unfortunately, here we go again, because it seems like we have another chronically online person who's decided to take someone's life. This story.
Okay, so he about to talk about it real quick. But yo, so this girl was going to work. She was pissed. She was angry. So she was getting sent home and she felt like the manager was bullying her. So she felt like the manager was abusing her power. So when she got sent home one day, she came back and stabbed her to death.
Is all over the place and it's just straight up disturbing. But it involves a fight at McDonald's that turns into someone's life being cut short. A rant on Instagram, a mask, a knife, and then on top of all of this, a customer tried to stop the attack. While researching this story, because this is TikTok related, I found a lot of false leads and rumors. Stuff like her roommate's body being found and missing persons reports, but I couldn't find any solid proof behind most of these rumors. So in this video, I'm just going to be sticking to all the facts. Everything mentioned comes from real news reports, courtrooms, or direct quotes. No guessing, no theories. So let's break down exactly what happened and why this case has so many people shocked.
This happened on Thursday morning. She got into a sort of altercation with one of the employees, according to police. She sent that employee home because that employee was not doing their performed duties. This is all according to sworn testimony from a detective in court on Friday. So that employee leaves and comes back about 5 minutes later and allegedly stabs Jennifer Harris several times in the drive-through area inside. Somebody witnesses it. They are a CPL holder and they've actually pulled up waiting for their food. They shot a into the air to try to stop everything, but it was too late. And then they actually held the suspect in custody at point until police.
Okay, yo, so during all of this, right? I was reading the chat, the comments in the comment section for this, and everybody was saying uh about how they understood where this girl was coming from, because if you watch her TikTok, she was making TikToks about all of this stuff. She was genuinely making TikToks about everything, and like every day she'd make a TikTok about all how disgruntled she was at work, and everybody was like, I don't agree with what she did, but I understand where she's coming from, because she really has some good valid points, man. Let's see if he talks about it here.
Were able to get there.
Okay, so on the morning of July 10th, 2025, a manager named Jennifer Harris was working at McDonald's in East Point, Michigan. She was 39 years old and a mother of 6 children and had worked there for 15 years. That morning, she got into an argument with one of her employees, 26-year-old Alfani Muhammad. Right after the fight, Harris told her to go home, but Alfani sadly did not go home. She went to a nearby park, made a TikTok, then came back to the McDonald's with a kitchen knife. She wore a hoodie and mask to cover her face and came in through the back door.
That's crazy, chat. You really got to be getting messed with for you to leave and come back with it on your mind.
Police say she then went on to stab Harris 15 times. During the attack, other workers tried to stop her. A customer who was also in the drive-thru saw what was happening and fired a warning shot. He didn't hit anyone, but it was enough to get her to stop. The guy then held her at point
15 times. Nobody tried to step in. I'm going to tell you that right now. She stabbed her 15 times, and everyone's trying to get her to stop. Nobody tried to stop this girl. This girl really did what she wanted to do.
Until the police showed up. So shout out to that guy for making sure that she didn't get away or harm anyone else. Because as I explained the story, it's pretty clear that plenty more people could have been hurt here. So who is Alfani Muhammad? Well, on social media, she goes by the name Ryzen Phoenix. She's a 26-year-old and lived in East Point. She posted a lot of videos online, including music videos where she raps about being misunderstood.
Tell me now how not to grieve. Tell me why it was so easy for you to leave.
I'm all for exploring new genres, but this is interesting.
That was intense. But at the same time, that's her creative, right? So you really can't be mad at that.
Sorry for everyone that had to watch that. And also, whoever the cameraman is here, maybe come forward, because I can't tell if we should feel sorry for you or if you might have committed a crime alongside of her. I digress, but I mentioned previously that before she committed her alleged crime, she was sent home by her manager. And I mean, I can see why she might have got sent home from work when she posted a video like this from the McDonald's playground. I feel like I went through all the emotions there. I saw the clip and I'm like, what the hell is going on? It made me want to laugh. But then I read the caption on the top there. Eating a snack in a McDonald's playhouse before she unalived her manager. Wow, we're seeing some wild shit unfold on the internet now. This is pretty crazy.
It's showing signs.
What do you even say to that? This is depressing. So just 2 days before the situation, Alfani posted a video in her McDonald's hat explaining her frustration.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny.
Well, where she's going to want.
Okay, so with that situation, right? Like, I understand where she's coming from, but there's like probably like 2 sides to every story. Not probably, there is multiple sides to every story. So with that, I can see managers that do that, where they're real disrespectful, you know, they abuse their power. But then again, there's also those employees that don't know how to be told to do their job, or don't know how to be asked to do their job. And they take someone in an authority position telling them to do their job as disrespect, right? So I feel like there might be 2 sides to every story. So I understand where she's coming from, but at the same time, on the other side of the coin, there's employees that don't know how to take responsibility and get the job done. So where she's at, no clue what happened.
want to get sent home early. But then she goes into a lot more detail.
And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps saying her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. Gonna have to stop. She's a bully.
So at this point, she's left with a few options.
Okay, now if she's talking about people and all this other stuff, okay, like that, that makes sense. I can understand all that, right? So, not saying I agree with her, but I do see where she's coming from.
I'm assuming this is her manager, so she could either report her manager to higher ups or maybe film her manager doing this stuff that would help her report.
That would help her report.
She can get a different job. Clearly, she chose the third option.
Okay, so getting a different job is probably the best option, because if you guys know how HR works, if you report somebody in HR, HR's job is to protect the company. They are not there to protect you. All right? Let me say this again. Let me say this again. HR's job is to protect the company, not to protect you. Okay? So if you call HR and you tell HR all these problems and everything that's going on, HR is going to try to fix the problem. But one of their issues is going to be, you're a whistleblower. We need to get you out the way. You're going to tell on us if something does go wrong. You're a liability. You're a lawsuit waiting to happen. You have to go. Especially in the state of Texas or in other states where it's hire at will, right? They can fire and hire you for whatever reason. You can literally do everything perfect, and they can just tell you, we no longer need you. You're done for the day. They don't like to do that because they got to play out unemployment, right? But if they wanted to, they can. So just be careful with all that.
Though, which is the worst of all, and it essentially, well, took the manager's life and completely ruined her own life. If everything that she was saying is true, she would have grounds to resolve this issue. But unfortunately, she didn't pursue that path. But obviously, she had a lot more to say.
I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative she's saying about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that.
Yeah,
well, she definitely did the complete opposite of making peace. I mean, I completely understand that a workplace can be stressful and sometimes people don't communicate in the best way possible. Either way, though, bringing a knife to work and using it like that's bringing a whole lot more negative energy to work than her manager ranting about her personal life. But on July 11th, Afeni, she appeared in court by video. She was charged with first-degree murder, carrying a dangerous weapon, and unlawful intent, and being a repeat offender. So this apparently was not the first time that she did something like this. Court records actually show that she was previously convicted in Virginia for stabbing someone as well back in 2022. That time, the court gave her a suspended sentence and probation. So now, prosecutors are pointing to the case of proof that she's actually a danger to society.
Due to the suspect having a record in Virginia for a similar crime involving another knife, the judge set her bond at $25 million cash or surety.
Due to the severity of the charges and the habitual offender status, it makes the defendant a high risk for flight.
If convicted, Muhammad could be spending the rest of her life behind bars.
During the hearing, the prosecutor said that she stabbed Harris up to 15 times. Alfeni's lawyer said that
25 million, chat? 25 million. She would have to pay $250,000 to a bail bondsman just to get out.
there were other
She works at McDonald's.
parts of the story that people don't know yet. He also said that she had been in an abusive relationship and was dealing with alcohol issues, which we can assume is somewhat true considering the videos that we've seen.
Tell me why it was so easy for you to leave.
Is that an excuse for what happened, though? Absolutely not. But I guess we'll see how that defense tries to swing that in trial. The judge then set her bond at $25 million, so if she somehow managed to post that on her McDonald's wage, she will have to wear a GPS tracker, stay in Michigan, and report to her location every day, and stay away from the McDonald's and Harris's family. Alfeni is pleading not guilty to all charges, but here's
Not guilty. I guess fight it. I guess they're going to have to give you the death penalty, right?
what she's currently facing. First-degree murder, which means that her actions were intentional and premeditated. In this case, prosecutors say that she planned to stab her manager after being sent home. So with that, she can get life in prison without the possibility of parole if she's found guilty. Then on top of that, she's also being charged with carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent, which could lead up to 5 years in prison. And then she's also facing a habitual offender. I'm so fried from lack of sleep. And she's also being charged for being a habitual offender, which is a second offense notice, which is a sentencing enhancement, because Muhammad previously pled guilty to a similar stabbing in Virginia in 2022. And because of this, the court is
so someone almost died there?
allowed to seek a harsher sentence. And the prosecutors can also decide if they want to expand on this case and charge for the attempted escape or even the stalking charge, which from what we've seen, the videos that we just saw might be enough proof for evidence. So I mean, just with the previous stabbing and the video beforehand talking about the victim before she went and did the act, I would be shocked if she didn't catch a premeditated murder charge here, especially with clips like this out here.
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged. Tempted so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character.
Is it going out of character if every time your buttons get pressed, you start tripping out? Wouldn't that be going into character, and the person that you are when you're not tripping is the character?
All I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me. And to walk into my space still bothering me, and I said, get away from me. Please get out of my space if you don't mind. I can't talk right now, and you still continue to touch me. That made me very unhappy.
Okay, now if this is true, that's a very toxic work environment. And I'm definitely not saying what she did was right. 100% not saying that. 100% though, it's a toxic environment. Hands down, no questions asked. Right? And what do toxic environments breed? This type of behavior.
It was ridiculous. Because I know that I'm a great person.
Apparently not.
And I know I won't be tolerating that. So since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next. Because it wasn't right. It was ridiculous. And there will be hell to pay for that. Without a doubt.
Put her under the jail. Holy shit. Why is she using that filter as well? Then, of course, she made more threats as well, apparently.
Is that a knife? Oh, yeah.
Nah, this stays at home, though. I'm not going to bring this to work, because that wouldn't look right, I guess.
No, definitely not, fam.
What a terrible situation. Here we have 6 kids who've now lost their mom because someone couldn't just act correctly in the workplace and have the morals and emotional intelligence to just resolve their issues.
She had 6 kids.
But I guess here we just have another case of someone's internet history being the main point of evidence for prosecution. I feel like in this day and age, the first thing a prosecutor does is look to see if the defendant has a TikTok or Facebook page or something where they snitch on themselves on, because apparently it's a massive trend right now. Jennifer was a single mother of 6 children. The McDonald's where she worked at is closed for now, but is set to reopen shortly. The franchise owner is paying for a funeral and has set up a trust to help support the children. This whole thing is just tragic, but at least there's some public support for Jennifer's family. But yeah, that's today's tragic story. A mother of 6 is gone and a girl is facing life in prison. Overall, the situation couldn't have ended worse.
Okay.
Here's a question. What percent?
I don't even know what video this is, chat. Hang on, let me. Oh, it's the gamers caught cheating. We'll watch this later. Let me put this to the watch later list. Save to watch later. Whoa. Okay, so that's crazy. And the fact that she got no choice but to fight it, chat. Right? You getting that much time. The only plea they're going to give you is life. So if you're fighting that, you have to fight back. You have to make them give you life, right? There's nothing that's going to change it. Unless they come back with a plea for 60 years, you do 30 and get out, right? Do 30, eligible for parole, get out, or whatever, 45, whatever it is, right? Especially if she's like 25, you 30, you should be out by 50. Hopefully rehabilitated. But to have to go through all of that in a toxic work environment, chat, is insane and crazy. All right, so let's move on to the next video. What are we watching next? Oh, Legal Mindset. He's live. We'll watch his videos when they come out. What do I got in my watch later list? Oh, okay, chat. So yesterday was the anniversary of Ziz. Ziz was the man. I don't know if you guys know who Ziz is, but Ziz is that dude.
This is Aziz Shavershian, a child who with his brother's help.
Before TikTok, before social media was it, social media was still coming up, early social media. If Ziz was still around, Ziz would be the biggest social media creator out there. Social media fitness influencer. Nobody would be bigger than Ziz. We still use Ziz's sayings and catchphrases till this day, and we don't even know that they're from him. You mad, bruh? You mad? That's Ziz. Ziz made that. Ziz.
Help would go on to become one of the most influential fitness icons of all time. A bullied video game enthusiast for his early life, it wasn't until his brother started going to the gym that an inspired Aziz would go on to become Ziz. While having one of the most insane 3-year body transformations of all time, more impressive was his confidence transformation.
Chat, to have a body transformation in 3 years, that insane, is crazy. I mean, I know you guys will see. You guys will see. What? Oh, wrong reaction scene. Sorry, guys.
Which would later set an example for millions of insecure teenagers and younger men.
Ziz is one of the best fitness and health role models of all time, in my opinion.
An influencer before influencers.
He just didn't care. He just wanted to be himself.
And many regarded him as a god.
Influencer before influencers.
A mixture of his personality, trolling, and an exciting lifestyle, his controversial character attracted millions of fans, along with plenty of hate.
Ziz, whatever the I don't even know. I don't like your videos, you're ugly, okay?
Ziz is just an ignorant steroid.
Except, Z seemed to thrive on his hate. He was trolling the exact people he had had enough of when he was skinnier.
Because it was those same people that forced him to do this. Chat, he was a nerd in school. He was a nerd up until this point. But he got sucked into the gym life and didn't look back.
Aziz seemed to have cracked the code early on and was set to become the biggest influencer in the industry.
He was in a lot of pain and a lot of hurt because deep down, he's still that skinny kid. He's had the body of his dream and all this fame thrown at him.
And how do you think he dealt with it?
I'll be telling the story of Ziz to my grandchildren.
As the legacy grew, a small company called Gymshark was forming. Heavily inspired by Ziz, the owners would sell the clothing he'd often wear. Now, to this day, whether indirectly or directly, Ziz has inspired more people to go to the gym than any influencer ever could. Despite spawning plenty of annoying fans who seem to have taken the wrong things from Ziz, the core values at the heart of it, still lacking today in the industry, is why the Ziz legacy and his positive impact remains immortal.
Chat. In 2011, where was I in 2011? Germany. I was in Germany in 2011, and I was getting ready to start working out, and I found, no, it was 2010, 2008, because I just got back from Afghanistan in Germany. I just got back from Afghanistan, and I was getting ready to get back into shape because in Afghanistan at the time, internet sucked. So I didn't get on the internet for almost a year, right? Because the internet sucked so bad, there's no point. I would leave for work. I would come back, load up a YouTube video just to watch a YouTube video. I would go out, post out 12 hours, come back just to watch one YouTube video, a 12, 15-minute YouTube video. A lot of the times, you know whose videos it was? Chris Smoove. I was watching early Chris Smoove videos. Call of Duty, NBA 2K. I would put it on, let it load. I would set it up just like this, boom, and just let it load up. See this little white bar? By the time I came back from my post, it would be done. Sometimes it wouldn't even be done. And I'd stop it, pause it, decide whether I wanted to keep it going, wake up in the morning and finish it, or watch a new video, get a new video ready to load for the next day. And that's how I watched the internet in Afghanistan. And when I got back, I went on this fitness spree because I started working out while I was downrange. And when I came back, I started working out. You know, I tried to find some fitness influencers. So I found a few. I found like the Hodge twins, you know, and people like that. But one I did find was Ziz. And he is funny. I don't care what anybody says. I was watching Ziz when Ziz was on, right? Like I wasn't watching him after I was watching when he was on. So, like, Ziz is that dude.
But what happened to Ziz? And why is he viewed as such a god?
Man, if he was around today, man.
In 1986, Sergey, a university lecturer, and Maya, a cardiologist, had their first child, Saeed.
Industry
3
would
years
be
later,
upside down.
Aziz was born, the captain of a school chess club, finishing
captain of the chess club. Like, dude was a straight nerd.
top of his grade out of hundreds of students. While Aziz was highly intelligent, like his older brother, he was much smaller than the others in his year. He would often get his lunch money stolen and chalk dusters thrown at him. Initially, he coped with the bullying by retreating to his bedroom to play video games. But after being inspired by his older brother, who had started going to the gym, Aziz sold his World of Warcraft account for around $500, enough for a 1-year gym membership. The brother's confidence started.
He sold his World of Warcraft account. If you guys know, so the underlying message here, he was a nerd to where he had an account that he could sell. He didn't just have an account that he could just play on and, oh, it's cool. He had a leveled up account enough to where he could sell it to somebody wanted his account because it was at a certain state. It was that good of an account. You could sell it, right? Back in the day, Koreans would grind out. Koreans were dying, grinding out World of Warcraft accounts. Ziz had an account already ready to go, ready to sell, and he sold it to go to the gym.
Started to grow, so they ventured out to festivals and raves, where they developed a love for trance music. Aziz would frequently upload videos and posts to a rave forum where he could talk to people who shared the same passion. He was particularly well known for trolling, where he'd bait other people on the internet into reacting to his often ironic posts. Of course, with time, Aziz became more into fitness and moved over to the bodybuilding forum. With this post, after just a few months of training, you can see where he decided to go all in, taking PEDs extremely early on, with a goal of looking like this in just 1 year. Surely another troll. And this was the rise of Ziz.
Yeah, see, 2007, 8. It was too easy.
Aziz refined his
My
trolling.
boy was farming
Instead of
aura
taking
before
himself
aura
seriously,
could be
he played into
farmed.
the Ziz character and the self-obsessed stereotype which came with it. Now, of course, this attracted plenty of critics.
But your personality is very It's just disgusting. Come at me, bruh. Come at me, bruh.
Margaret?
Political views, whichever politician is most aesthetic. Barack Obama is pretty aesthetic for a politician, so.
Whoever's the most aesthetic.
He deserves to run the country. Haters gonna hate.
A combination of trolling, his improved physique, and boosted confidence resulted in his following growing exponentially. So Aziz gave everyone more of what they wanted, falling deeper and deeper into character.
The only thing that matters in life is having a tan.
As his fame skyrocketed, he tried to share the spotlight with his brother and friends. The group was named the Aesthetics Crew as a joke, and after a post from his brother titled "Are you marrying my chest bra?" went viral, he was given the name Chest Bra. Ziz and the Aesthetics Crew was set to become extremely successful. By age 22, with around 3 consistent years in the gym, Ziz had built an elite physique, impressive regardless of what he took. And although it is obvious to
And this is him taking these supplements and still staying lean. So all these bodybuilders who are just yoked up, built like Ninja Turtles, the Ninja Turtle gut, Ziz was different. Steroids affect you in different ways, and Ziz took it and he was just shredded.
Aziz was not to be taken completely seriously. As he became more well known, the overly aggressive people he liked to mock would attack him physically in public.
These 3 guys jumped my mate Adam from the back of behind him and started punching into him, like bashing him for no reason. Is that any way to fucking live life? Not being able to fucking go to a festival that you enjoy with your mates, with your girls, to listen to the music to have fun, and you gotta worry about fucking dickhead pieces of shit trying to fucking jump you and punch you just to get a name for themselves?
Despite the fame beginning to catch up to Aziz, to the point where he later seemed to regret the whole Ziz character, he pushed on, making event appearances and going on TV, with plans to change the direction of his content after realizing the power of his influence and his positive impact. So what exactly was it about Aziz that's kept his legacy alive to this day, and why is he viewed as such a god?
It's that aura.
The most obvious.
There's nobody pushing aura like that. Whoever's pushing this cart is pushing 100% pure aura. 100% aura.
This initial thing was that Ziz had an extremely desirable before and after transformation, which most teenagers can relate or look up to.
I remember choosing gym as a sport in grade 11.
They ran him off.
Everyone was like, what the f*** are you doing here as? You're a fucking skinny c***. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Then I showed 5 years later, look who's the king, bro. Look who's the king. You mad?
But it wasn't just his body he transformed.
You mad?
It was his attitude and confidence which stands out most.
There's always like 3 or 4 girls. They're always like, Roy Muncher, Roy Muncher. And I'm like, you're Myron's son? And like, no, looks disgusting. Haters gonna hate.
Instead of using his training and size to intimidate, which felt quite typical of bodybuilders, he tried to inspire people. Ziz had broken the mold, much like he liked to play his favourite video game character, Cloud Strife. He was playing Ziz in real life, which he also seemed to view as a game. Instead of intimidating bodybuilders, which so many associate with the gym, he brought something different and would frequently stick up
This
to
was
skinny
human though,
teenagers
like
trying
it
to gain
was
muscle and care less
it was
about
crazy.
the
I was in
opinion of
my
others.
what was that? I was
And
20.
Of course, he liked to lead this by example.
You mad, son?
24, 25?
You mad?
But perhaps one of the most important things.
And
was
Ziz
how
was
open he
relatable,
was,
man. Like he
valuing
was.
honesty over everything.
I think that every
He was
influencer,
human.
they all have a degree of responsibility and a duty of care, because essentially you've got an audience watching your every move. So my theory behind that is you just got to be honest. From the get-go, we did not lie to anyone. We just kept it real, you know what I mean? We just said, look, this is our life, this is what we do.
Come on, come on. Not the jewel. Or what's left of them.
Look, just out in the streets, at a skate park, chilling.
Z's never claimed to live a perfect life, and even though he may have made some questionable
My man was IRL streaming before IRL streaming was a thing.
decisions, his integrity, which is probably the most important value that an influencer can have, has kept Z's immortal.
Swinging that donut.
I'm going to be a business analyst. As you can see, I'm quite articulate. Admire my eloquence, bro. My nonchalant nature in general, it's just unbelievable. Perfection, everything.
But behind this ultra-confident character was Aziz, a human, now with a perfect, godlike image to maintain.
Girls don't know about my secret internet nerd life. If they do, it's just embarrassing. We've got to keep telling them down though.
That's back when it was embarrassing to be doing this, chat. That's how long ago this was. 15 years ago. People were embarrassed to be doing this. Now everybody's trying to do it.
That's a good photo. What's wrong with it? That's what you look like, man.
Really?
Yeah.
For those that knew Aziz personally, he was a completely different person to what you saw online. You know, he was goofy, he was dorky, he was funny, he was sweet, charming. Like, amongst all the confidence and all the self-love, he was also a very insecure guy. He had many times in his life where he was, you know, he was down in very tough places, and we never saw that side of him.
He was too scared to walk by himself. He was too scared to go to shopping centres by himself. That's what you people don't understand.
That he needed to bring 2 or 3 of his mates everywhere he went just because of the anxiety and the paranoia that he used to get from going out.
What's wrong? No, tell me what's wrong. Talk to me. I'm here for you. You've got to have your protein shake. Nah, come on. What's the real reason, Az?
Played it off. Forgot to take my protein.
As Aziz grew older, he became more mature, even hinting here that he was done with being Ziz and all of the fake people in his life. Every festival he went to, he'd be approached by as many as 500 people who would often treat him poorly. Because of this, he wanted his viral videos taken down, and in the end, settled on a plan to redefine his image as to make it more obvious when he's being serious and when he was not. He realised the true value he got from playing Ziz was being able to inspire, so he began to focus on exactly that.
Everybody asks me, what the f*** is this about? What the f*** is up with those videos? You're f***ing up yourself. It's an act. There is no Ziz. Everyone has a little bit of Ziz in them.
Everyone has a little bit of Ziz in them.
You want to be part. None of this f***ing sad. We're all gonna f***ing make it, bro. That's it.
Now set on going down this more inspiring route, Aziz decided to take a holiday to Thailand before getting back to work. Towards the end of the vacation, Aziz texted his brother to let him know he was going to extend his trip, to which Saeed told him to come back already as his family missed him. He was originally supposed to come back on the 5th of August, but it was not until the 8th that they finally got a knock at the door. Only, it was not Aziz, but a police officer holding his death certificate. He had passed away at a hospital in Thailand due to heart failure. The fitness industry had lost Aziz, but Saeed had lost his best friend and brother.
This whole Ziz thing, it got to him in the end, and it was also part of the reason why he's passed away, you know, because it got too much for him. He felt constant pressure to look good, look the part, be the character. He put pressure on his body, and this is what happens. This is what happens. I lost my brother.
So like that's crazy, chat, and like that's what like a lot of people don't know about the fitness industry is the pressure and like the mental strain it puts on you trying to maintain a certain look, trying to maintain a certain physique, hold that facade together. You know what I mean? Like and like a lot of people tend to overlook that.
After the news sank in, Saeed fell into a deep depression, falling from 83 to 70 kilos in just 6 months. At which point, he picked himself back up. It was time to spread his little brother's legacy.
That's sad, chat.
To those of you who still think that Aziz is a horrible role model, let me ask you this. Why must role models always be virtuous? They don't have to be.
At one point in time, he was super skinny growing
They're the
up.
Hodge twins.
Dude put on a lot of muscle, right? So, quite naturally, he's going to be an inspiration to anybody looking to build up their physique.
But it's not okay to look at Aziz and say, he did cocaine, he did ecstasy, he partied like that, and I want to do it too. I can almost guarantee you if Aziz was here today, he would tell you guys straight out, dude, this is up and I made a mistake.
The example that Aziz set in a positive fashion by transforming his physique and his life is great. But even more than that, his flaws, his mistakes have helped people avoid.
He was transparent, chat. Like, he was transparent. He would talk to people about that, but people were so caught up in his Ziz character and like how much of a douchebag he was, like they missed all of that. And like, that's one of those, you don't see it till it's gone type things. Like, it was there in front of us the entire time.
In that respect, I think he makes a fabulous and perfect role model, showing both the good and the bad together. Everyone's human, and he showed that.
There's a lot of things that Aziz was feeling on the inside of his mind as well that a lot of us can really never tap into unless we knew him personally, you know what I mean? I think it's important, especially now more than ever, to be talking about mental health. And, you know, exactly just, like even now, like I'm finding it hard just to speak about it and breathe because it's such a topic that's so close to my heart.
I've made this video a fundraiser for a mental health charity. So to support this channel or video,
that's a
please
good
consider
video,
donating,
man.
as anything will be greatly appreciated. If even one of the most outwardly confident people in the fitness industry struggled with mental health at times, that just shows why everyone should strive to improve their mental.
Let me see. Let's go. Everybody,
while bodybuilding for aesthetics,
hit up
isn't
Josh
for
Brett,
everyone,
man. Let him know
if
y'all
done
like the
right,
video.
It will always remain a very valid option.
Let him know y'all like the video, man. That was a good video. What's next? What's next? Interesting. Oh, great. Now I'm going to get all kinds of steroid videos. What do we got? Where's this videos? Oh, this was 2 years ago. All right, let's see what Batch Play got to say. I'm going to make a video on NBA 2K creators, but it's not going to be this video. I'm going to go on a rant. I'm going to go on a little... But y'all going to get it. Y'all going to get it. I'm not going to give it to y'all now, but I'm going to give it to y'all.
Made it to the biggest news drops of the 2K cycle. We knew the gameplay reveal was going to be mostly cinematic footage, and it turned out we only got about 43 seconds of real gameplay. But as you all see, tomorrow, August 7th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, we are getting the My Player reveal. Going to be streamed on all of 2K's platforms. In the last big news drop, the gameplay reveal, I told you guys 5,000 likes and I will live stream reacting to it. We fell short of that. I think it was because there were some people that thought I was going to stream anyway, because I've seen a lot of comments about that. But then like a video or two later, we got 6,000 likes. So I know you guys can do it.
Okay, so that's one of my issues. If you follow a creator and they want you to watch the, what do you call it? The gameplay reveal, the My Career gameplay reveal on their channel, they don't love you. They don't mess with you. They don't deal with you. Be careful of that. Because, where we at? 42 seconds. You get Twitch drops. Watch on Twitch. Link your account so you can get rewards. There's rewards for watching 2 hours. The streams are not 2 hours, so you have to watch multiple streams up till the reveal, till the release date, to be eligible for these rewards. So don't let these other streamers pull you away from that so they can make some money. Get your rewards, man.
Start the stream tomorrow, 5,000 likes. I'm even going to upload this video a little bit early for you guys, and we will live react to it, because as you all know, I'm going to be quote unquote late to posting the news anyway, because I don't have it early. We don't have to talk about that for a long time. But anyway, I went back to my stream last year on August 8th, and yes, we did see the builder, we've seen the badges, so that is everything I'm expecting to get tomorrow, as well as some information from developers and stuff like that. Now, today's video is not going to be super long because we don't have a large amount of news, but we do have new and I believe very important news from Mike Wang. This one is huge. We know that the gameplay in 2K26 is going to be faster. 100% already been confirmed.
Okay.
But how much faster?
So Mike Wang said 10% faster, which is enough, I think. I think it's enough because the speed of this game is a little slow. I'm not going to lie. I like 2K25, but the speed of the game is a little slow. But Mike Wang did say he's going to bump it up 10%.
1%? 2? I mean, we don't actually have a number. Well, we didn't, and now we do. So someone asked Mike, and he said 10% faster. Let me know if you guys think 10% faster will be good for 2K26 in the comments, okay? So if you want to really figure it out, how is it going to feel? Kinda. Just go into 2K and change the game speed sliders, move them up 10 points. You'll probably figure out how it's going to feel for the most part. Now look, this one's crazy because Mike Wang replied to me on Twitter yesterday, but even weirder was I've been asking him a bunch of questions about the game, of course. I want to get some answers, you know, I'm interested, I'm curious. He's not answered any of those, except just yesterday, as you guys see, he answers a tweet that I made on March 29th and said this has been addressed. I said, I don't know how this made it into 2K25, but it can't make it into 2K26. Reaching at the wrong side and making you fumble the ball is crazy. This is not a rare animation at all. It happens almost every game. So if you guys have played 2K25, you already know what I'm talking about. There was no reason to even show you the clip. The defender reached at the wrong hand. The ball was in my right hand. The defender completely missed the steal attempt going for my left side, and it made me fumble the ball. You can have a 99 ball handle, and it will happen to you every single game, especially if someone is spamming you. It's one of the biggest issues with 2K25's actual gameplay.
So I agree with that. I 100% am glad they got rid of that. But one thing I really want them to fix is if you're spamming steals, you should get penalized with your takeover for a bad steal attempt. If you steal and you're just caught off guard, you're getting punished defensively, all right? But at the same time, you should be getting punished with your takeover because you shouldn't be getting your takeover spamming steal, giving up buckets, while your other teammates are getting graded out for defensive breakdowns, while you're off in no man's land in a steal animation, and then you get to run down court, get the ball, cherry pick, and score 2 buckets. Now you got your takeover, and there's no penalty for that. There should be a penalty.
In my opinion, because defense in this game, the best way to play defense, unfortunately, is to spam. The best defense should be to get bumpy. In real life, go look at how many on-ball steals there is in a full entire 48-minute NBA game. Go check it out. On-ball steals per game. Very, very low. We should get bumpy animations. 2K16 is a very good example. If you want to go check it out, type in Red City Boy versus Pretty Boy Fredo. Maybe you guys have seen it. You can get real bumpy. Pretty Boy Fredo was known as the good, entertaining player that was breaking people's ankles, but when he played someone good, like Red City Boy, Well, he was able to get bumped a lot. If you knew what you were doing, you could play very good defense. Anyway.
And I think that's where the game needs to continue to stay balanced. I think 2K25 was more skewed towards defense, especially after a long time of offense being overpowered. So they brought defense up. I think the offense needs just a little bit of a buff and some animations fine-tuned, and the game should be solid. I don't see any reason the game should have any issues.
Dimework went to Twitter and he said, remember how you could flick up while walking backwards in 2K19 and get nice retreat size ups? Is there anything like that in 2K26? Mike said, I can revive these. They'll be on flick up while walking backwards like 2K19. So that's actually pretty cool. Again, in my opinion, let's not get too excited because this is just adding things back from other games. And Mike Wang is out here acting like Omega Shenron, like he's just granting wishes like a genie. Bro said, I can revive them. But yeah, I do like that. Dribbling is sounding a lot better in 2K26 than 2K25. But please, if you guys seen the clip, just remember that Mike said 2K25's dribbling has made like the biggest change in the last 15 years. And then I personally do not think that it has done that. Okay,
that was crazy. Like I don't know if y'all watching the gameplay, but that was crazy.
They like it a lot. Not me. I just don't think it's that good compared to other 2Ks. Anyway, Mike said another dribbling tip for 2K26, you can vary the speed of your dribble and triple threat moves by how slow or fast you move the right stick.
I like
Great
this.
For changing pace. It's a feature that's been in 2K for a while, but its effects are more noticeable this year. So,
and I think that's gonna be cool.
I know it's crazy, but I actually do use triple threats a lot. If you guys watch me, you know, if you don't just watch the news videos, or even if you do just watch the news videos, you've probably seen in the gameplays where I do use triple threats quite a bit.
Because I feel like if you had an effective jab step and not just a canned animation jab step, you just right? I feel like that would be a lot more effective. I feel like that would improve gameplay a lot.
So it's something that I'm going to be looking at pretty early into the game. I'm not crazy like every play triple threading, but especially on like the 1v1 court or, you know, in the rec or something where you catch the ball and you just be patient for a second. Read the court, read the defense, read the defender in front of you, and then make your move. It'll be interesting to see, okay? So this is really weird because Coldeman said, can you please make it to where your player doesn't switch hands with the ball after you quit running in 2K26? And yes, I do have the passive dribble hand switches disabled. And Mike said, keep passive dribble hand switches disabled. So I'm pretty sure he did read that Cole said, I do have it disabled. So I'm guessing it does work correctly this year because it didn't work correctly this year.
And
Everyone
that's true.
Would say, oh,
that's true. I went and tested that, and it still does it.
I don't care what you got to say. It shouldn't do that. You shouldn't completely just let go of your stick and your guy switches hands. That's just silly. It's never been like that in other 2Ks. Anyway, I think this one is pretty important, especially for you guys that are planning on it with the custom layup packages and stuff, making a finesse finishing build, or just having some sort, I mean, even if you don't have high layup, it's still, I'd say, decently important. Mike said, will there be the question was, will there be a boost for turning the layup meter off? And he said, just like turning the shot meter off for shots, meter off will give you a slightly large green window for layups too.
Wait,
now where I'm a little bit concerned
how do you
with layups
time
this year,
layups?
as I told you guys, of course,
there's
we
no
don't want anything
indicator
in gameplay to be an exploit, something that is a genuine exploit. Is that
you got to be on another level,
and
you got to be on another level to time your layups without a meter, because the release points and just you really have to know every single layup animation to time that right every time.
Could have just been how strong RNG was. It felt like a lot of times, I mean, guys, I had a 99 layup James Harden build in 2K24. For those of you that don't know, I make all kinds of builds throughout the year, guards, locks, centers, whatever. And it's a complete difference in watching your player, letting go of, okay, this is where I should let go of the layup, than in 2K24. Like, it just felt like it didn't match up with when you would let go of the layup, but it could have just been the heavy RNG in the game. So hopefully that is different.
I hope it's
in
fixed.
2K26. All right, because finesse finishing definitely needs to be better. Again, I think that 2K, like the dunk meter, like so many other things they've talked about, they're trying to get in the middle of 2K24 and 2K25. All right, so our next one is, are free throws green or miss? Is there RNG? Free throws on all-star difficulty and above are green or miss. Pure.
All right. I don't know if you guys ever had this happen to you, but there's multiple times in the rec where I would miss a 100% slightly early for no reason. I timed it 100% correctly, but it gave me a slightly early release and I would miss it. There's been multiple times when I'm playing in a rec and that has happened to me.
No RNG. I remember, I'm not going to talk about this too long, but I know there's a lot of my fives guys out here, rec and pro-am, man. There was a lot of complaints about the free throws this year. I mean, just so many very high rated free throws missing a little bit too much. Like, 99 free throw guys missing 95s, 96s, a lot more than that actual percentage should be when you're shooting a 95% free throw. Anyway, does real player percentage still exist in 2K26? Yes, but only for offline modes.
That's where it should be.
To freak out about that. We're okay. The game actually might have some sort of skill gap this year. Every game has a skill gap. Every 2K ever. Okay? So again, we need to talk about that for just a second. But every game has a different level of skill. How much there is inside of who is the worst players in the game, who is the best players in the game. And 2K25's, in my opinion, was one of the lowest skill gaps. The ceiling was heavily nerfed with RNG, and now this year, with no RNG, we should see a big difference just off that. Then you have slingshot effect, possible engagement optimized matchmaking, dynamic difficulty adjustments. I mean, we could go on, and those are things we need to just say. Hopefully, they're not in 2K26. You do also have skill-based matchmaking. Some people like that, some people don't. But yeah, definitely no slingshot effect. We've talked about that as well. Anyway, 2K dropped today the courtside report on presentation. We knew it was coming out this week. Now,
so presentations looks good. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big guy on the halftime shows, the intros. I might watch it once, call it a day. Other than that, I just want to skip every time. I just want to get into the game. I'll watch it once. Oh, it's a cool intro, cool animation. But other than that, I just want to be onto the game.
Our next news is My Player. Immerse yourself in the atmosphere, blah, blah, blah. You can read into it. I'm not actually going to dive deep into the article. Basically, new commentators coming back. The lighting is definitely better. I told you guys, as someone who is very critical of 2K, you guys know, the lighting looks way better than 2K25. So I actually like that quite a bit. I mean, it's not like, oh, a small detail. The lighting, and we will see in the park. They said the lighting is better this year. They said we're getting realistic parks. So I do expect to load up this game and actually like the lighting for the first time on a next-gen console, I think. Maybe 2K21 next-gen lighting wasn't too bad. I can't remember. But yeah, for the first time on our next-gen, they're not even next-gen consoles anymore, you know what I'm saying? But that's crazy. Like, lighting actually was better in other games. The whole dynamic, the lighting changes 3 times in one game. Then you have a completely black court. Like, you can't even see your player's shot or anything like that. Then you've got, like, a little bit of a sunspot in the left corner or a sunspot in the right.
Yeah, the shadow is, man, the lighting, especially early in 25, that boy was out of there. You couldn't even see half the court half the time. It was rough.
Corner and the whole court's dark. I mean, just so many patterns that didn't make sense, because especially if you're playing at a real life park, and these are actual NBA parks, when they make the realistic ones, especially like this year, they said they're going to be realistic. You got lights. I know, it's a crazy thing, right? Lights when it gets dark out. So yeah, But again, I do want to talk about this towards the end. Like I said, we don't have a lot of news, but we did have a lot of, in my opinion, pretty important news like the game speed and stuff. So I just want to talk about the no-dip shots once again, just one more time. Because Mike Wang said in his post, as you guys can see, it is possible that this could change in the future, which is the green window for catch and shoot shots, quick shots, are the same as the regular shots. And Laker said, I think the quote-unquote possible change in the future is all but guaranteed. I don't think that there's much balance in adding what feels like a risk-reward thing just for it to have no risk involved. Love the concept of the no-dip catch and shoot shots, but definitely should be harder. Now, I proposed to Mike yesterday that there should probably just...
No catch? It should be harder? I think it should be a different timing. But harder? I don't think so. I mean, it's an easier shot, especially if you got a good pass and a good catch. Boom, boom, boom. It's efficient. Like you should be rewarded for that. You shouldn't be penalized for it. You should be rewarded for getting open, waiting on a catch and shoot. Like if you're waiting for a catch and shoot and you got a defender like right up on you, like you better not shoot that. And if you do, it's probably going to get blocked. It's going to be a contest. Like that's just the way it is. I mean, to catch and shoot and pull up in people's faces, that's different. But to manage to get open, catch, shoot, that should be, you should be rewarded for that.
Just be a nerf to lower rated players. And what I mean is Jared Vanderbilt, sorry that you got to catch that stray, brother. It's just my example. Is going to have a harder time and not be as good at doing a no-dip catch-and-shoot shot as Steph Curry or Klay Thompson, guys that are elite shooters and have practiced for these moments over and over.
That should be that's agreed. You know that should be understood.
What I think though, I came to the conclusion yesterday because Mike hasn't responded to any of this since that post. I think there's going to be some sort of badge. Some sort of badge.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get it. Yeah, definitely.
He will not answer anything about it since that post. So we will see tomorrow if we are going to be streaming. You guys will see it live from me right away. If not, I mean, either way, the video is going to be late. We've already talked about that before. So guys, slap a like if you want to see a stream tomorrow. And yeah, let me know how you feel about the no dip shots. If you think they should, I think they should personally have some sort of difference from a regular catch and shoot shot. I mean, maybe a little bit smaller of a green window because you're getting the advantage of being able to
quicker
shoot right away. Everyone's going to do that. And you're never going to see a regular catch and shoot shot if it's the same green window. If everyone can do it with a 65-3 and a 99, they have the same window, same no penalty. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so anyway, guys, click this if you want to see yesterday's video. Tap it. It'll take you to this. There's lots of news inside of here.
All right, everybody go check that badge plug if you haven't checked that badge plug.
So click here. Tap it if you have not seen.
All right, let's see where we at. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Who is this? Copyright is still in work. What we got? I'm getting hit with a bunch of what am I watching? Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Let's go to the watch later. See what videos I saw I wanted to watch. Oh, let's watch the Film Theory. Fairly Odd Parents. Let's go.
I wish for Film Theory to cross 20 million subscribers.
Sorry, Matt. Can't do it.
What? Why?
Listen, the wanted little farty noise thing, so it's against the rules.
Fine. I wish for a good Morbius movie.
Nope, against Rule 101.
I wish for another season of Gravity Falls?
Nope, Rule 3-15-4-5.
Fine, you left me no choice. I'm just gonna have to prove that there are no rules, that they're all an elaborate conspiracy to keep stock image fairies like you in check.
Say psych right now.
I will not say psych right now, sir. The rules are a lie. And I'm about to prove it.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film Theory. Ed Krause Fairy can't grant my wish for 20 million subscribers, but you can. Cast your magic on that subscribe button. You know, one of the classic Nicktoons that I always thought flew under the radar was the Fairly Odd Parents.
Being alone with someone for a long time can get annoying if it's not the right person. Are you leaving me? I thought you loved me.
This show was unhinged in all the best ways.
Oops. Sorry, Dad.
Oh, don't worry about it, Timmy. My dreams were shattered years ago.
How many years ago?
How old are you?
And why not? It's a show about a little boy named Timmy Turner with 2 fairy godparents that can grant his every wish. Sounds awesome.
Finally, every 10-year-old's dream. A room full of supermodels. Can you guys make cookies? Super cookies.
Or, I suppose, not every wish. You see, the fairy godparents do have some limitations on what wishes they can and can't grant, all of which are outlined in a magical legal document known simply as the rules. In fact, the show goes to great lengths to explain the rigorous training that fairy godparents have to endure so that the rules never get broken. And that makes sense, right? Every magic system has to have rules. 3 wishes for a genie, no wishing for more wishes, no making people fall in love, all the classic stuff. So the world of the Fairly Odd Parents shouldn't be that different, right? Right? Well, you know, when I start asking rhetorical questions like that, it's because the answer probably isn't as obvious as it seems. Nope, loyal theorists, after watching this show, maybe a bit too intently for a children's cartoon, it's become clear to me that the rules are actually more like the big fat lies. Lies perpetuated by a muscle-bound guardian preparing the fairy world for war. Don't believe me? Grab your wands, your wings, and floaty crown things. It's time to wish for some answers. So first,
all right, let's figure it out.
Context. What's exactly in the rules?
According to the rules, fairy godparents only grant wishes to kids.
As I just talked about, the rules are a collection of guidelines that determine what wishes a fairy godparent can and can't grant to their godkids. On the surface, a lot of the rules make perfect sense. Fairies can't grant a wish that intentionally kills or hurts someone.
Okay.
No wishes for money, no wishes that interfere with love, no wishes that help cheat in competitions, no wishes for anyone except the godchild. And above all else, a godchild must never ever reveal the existence of their fairies to anyone else. Otherwise, they're gonna lose their fairies, their memories, and reverse every wish they've ever had. It's a pretty harsh system, but then again, it seems sensible for upholding the structure of this magical world. We're told in the show that a fairy's primary purpose is to bring joy, and the rules help prevent any wishes that might result in a net negative of joy. Plus, to help make sure that a god kid doesn't unintentionally break a rule,
that
there are
happened a lot in this
show. Won't get granted, and instead the fairy's wand dims, wilts, and then makes a fart sound.
I will prove my whimsy when I change you into a...
In general, it seems safe to say that the rules are fundamental to fairy society, with the first rules having been drafted long ago by the council, 4 ancient and powerful fairies that rule over the fairy world. But the rules also seem to be a living document, with new rules getting added all the time. For instance, you cannot wish for every day to be Christmas, which got added after Timmy wished for exactly that, and things got messy in a hurry.
Wow! They've added a new rule! You really gotta mess up big time to make that happen!
But the more I watch the show, the more something feels off about the rules. Some of them are just nonsensical, like magic can't be used on invisible teachers, sleeping clowns, French New Wave filmmakers, and anyone who wears clear glasses as a fashion statement. It's certainly weird, for sure, but it's not bad. Others are just simply inconvenient, like the fact that breakfast-related wishes are denied after 10:30 a.m. But then there are the rules that are just flat out dangerous. For example, fairies must always attempt to grant the wishes of their godchildren, even if they just offhandedly say, I wish. Doesn't even matter if they're conscious or not.
Wish, go, Vicky.
On top of that, there are these massive loopholes into rules that Timmy often demonstrates throughout the show.
Jorgen said whatever's in the book is a rule, so... Timmy Turner doesn't have to follow any of the rules.
This then becomes a huge problem in one episode, with Timmy making all sorts of rule-breaking wishes for money, to win multiple reality show competitions, and for his crush to fall in love with him. He later writes that no fairy god kids have to follow the rules either, thereby causing the rules to almost self-destruct and destroy the entire universe.
Every rule-free wish destabilizes the book further! If the book explodes, so does the universe!
It's pretty horrifying, right? So the rules then are clearly responsible for holding together the fabric of reality, and yet that just flat out isn't true. See, magic and wish granting aren't powers that are exclusive to fairies.
This is intense. Like, way more intense than I thought it would be.
In this world. And throughout the series,
like, I'm locked in, Chad. I'm locked in.
we see other magical creatures completely ignore basic fundamental principles. Take, for instance, the anti-fairies, who are all about causing bad luck and pain in ways that break the rules. There are also genies who basically don't follow any rules. Even their limit on 3 wishes isn't real.
And I can't use my last wish to wish for more wishes, can I? We tell everyone they can't, but really you can.
Some humans have also gained the ability to wield magic, like the wizard Merlin, and all he uses his powers for is to help his nephew Arthur win competitions and become royalty, a direct violation of the rule against cheating.
I've already cast a spell. The next Schmo yanks his sword is going to be the King of England.
Then there are the pixies, who are just as magical as the fairies, but treat magic as a business. All of their wish granting is seen as transactional, with bureaucratic rules and red tape that controls everything. And yet, just like any good corrupt businessman, the powerful ones aren't above bending and breaking their own rules to get ahead. During a mini golf competition that's subject to important contractual obligations, several pixies break the rules and cheat to help the head pixie win.
Those pixies are cheating!
And yet, despite all of this rule breaking, the universe stays intact. But okay, maybe that's just other creatures breaking the rules. Maybe fairies operate by a different form of logic or a different code of magic. Maybe their magic is different and disconnected from the rest. Well, that's not true either. First of all, Timmy and his fairies break the rules all the time, to the point where we could literally be here all day if I just wanted to list out examples. Just for the sake of showing some work, here are a few. In Ruled Out, Timmy wishes his parents couldn't care less about him, violating the rule against interfering with love. In I Dream of Cosmo, Cosmo hits his head and briefly believes that he's become a weenie. That's part witch, part genie. He proceeds to grant several rule-breaking wishes to Timmy's dad, including wishing for money, thereby breaking the rule on counterfeiting. The rule against cheating in competitions? Yeah, that one's basically broken every episode. Like in Foul Bald, Superbike, Movie Magic, just to name a few. That last one actually is my favorite example of rule-breaking because Cosmo literally rips a page out of his copy of the rules that forbids him from helping Timmy, thereby implying that fairies can basically ignore any rule if they so choose. But perhaps the most egregious example of breaking the rules is mentioned in Hassel in the Castle, when it's revealed that Cosmo and Wanda's most infamous former god kid
abused our magic, took out Archduke Ferdinand, and plunged the world into World War I.
Yeah, even without wishing directly for the death of the Archduke, World War I caused 20 million deaths and 21 million injuries. I would say that one caused a net negative of joy. Nope, something suspicious is going on with these rules. These things are supposedly super important, unbreakable, potentially world-ending, and yet they're broken all the time. Therefore, they're a lie. I've proven my thesis. Film theory becomes film fact. Thanks, everyone. Let's wrap it early. Slap a dark truth and big old red text on a thumbnail and ship it. Well, not quite. Sure, at this point we've proven that the rules are full of lies and you can break them pretty much whenever you want, but we're still left with one major question: why? If these things aren't real and they're not being enforced consistently, then why are they here at all? It can't possibly be because it's a cartoon for children and breaking the rules would make for easily manufactured drama. No, that's not it. See, the more I kept watching and digging into the lore of the series, everything started to point back to one person. The one magical creature in control of both the rules and the fairy world writ large, Jorgen von Strangle, self-proclaimed toughest fairy in the universe.
I am Drill Sergeant Jorgen von Strangle, and these are my muscles.
Jorgen is a major supporting character in the series, the guardian of the rules who knows them by heart so he can properly enforce them. He's also in charge of training fairies at his Fairy Academy boot camp, as well as assigning godparents to new god kids who need joy in their life. Basically, he's the fairy general of the fairy army.
I will send you back to the Fairy Academy for 1,000 years of training.
But if he's such a pro of the fairy world, why is he propping up this book of lies? Well, everything starts to click into place thanks to 2 episodes. First, there's School's Out the Musical, where the pixies attempt to take over the fairy world. Remember these guys? They're the magical creatures that are obsessed with destroying joy and whimsy and replacing it with contracts, boredom, and rules. Yeah, it's a bit suspicious, isn't it? And this
Okay. This is getting deep. Super deep.
this episode, the Pixies find a sad infant clown named Flappy Bob, and they enact a 37-year anti-fun plan, acting as Flappy Bob's own godparents for decades. But instead of granting him every wish for clownish fun, they mold him into a boring Harvard law-educated businessman. Meanwhile, the Pixies trick Timmy into wishing that kids were in charge of the Earth in retaliation against all their rules and laws. But here's a problem. With kids now in charge, every fairy godparent is pulled back into fairy world because the kids no longer need them.
According to the rules, fairies can only be assigned to children in need.
And the rules also state that if pixies are the last magical creatures on Earth, they're granted control over the planet, which is exactly what happens. Has to be one of the worst case scenarios for the fairies, who basically only exist to bring joy to others.
We're just enjoying the show. Your movie is like going to the movies for us.
This sequence of events raises a ton of questions. If fairies are kicked off the Earth if kids are suddenly in charge, why isn't wishing for that something that's explicitly listed in the rules? Meanwhile, all of this happened only because Flappy Bob was never granted a fairy godparent godparent. Clearly, he was miserable during his childhood, and yet he got a pixie for some reason.
Sanderson, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful new 37-year plan.
Why? Timmy was assigned Cosmo and Wanda because he didn't want to do chores. I think an orphaned clown having the circus pummeled out of him, it might be just a little bit higher on the priority list. Most importantly of all though, how did Jorgen not see any of this coming? Remember, Jorgen is the custodian of the rules. He knows them inside and out, and yet he does basically nothing the hundreds of times that we see him getting broken throughout the show. And as the trainer and assigner of new godparents, he should have known how miserable Flappy Bob was during his childhood and done something about it.
Flappy
Jorgen
Bob
also
is
isn't
crazy.
surprised when the Pixies reference that obscure loophole that gives him control of Earth in the rules, so he clearly knows that it exists.
Let us go! Timmy needs us!
No, he does not. According to the rules, fairies can only be assigned to children in need.
And as the guardian of the master copia de rules, he's one of the only people who can change them as he pleases. So this should have been something that he rectified well before it became a problem. So why didn't he? Why is Jorgen lying about the rules? Well, Jorgen didn't stop this precisely because he did see it coming. He wanted this to happen. He wanted the fairies pulled back into the fairy world. It's all part of a larger plan. At first, I thought that maybe Jorgen wasn't actually a fairy, but instead some sort of undercover pixie on the inside. I mean, he loves rules and enforcing them just like the Pixies.
Now we're pulling back the fairies, so I can bring them pain.
But we learned definitively in the Season 7 episode Cosmo Rules that he's actually Cosmo's cousin, thereby proving that he's a fairy.
Say hello to your other, more deep, dark family secretish cousin, Cosmo! Cousins?
What?
So what then is his deal? Well, it all comes down to that second episode I mentioned earlier and then left unexplained until now for dramatic effect. You see, the last piece of the puzzle that brings everything together is the Season 6 finale, Wishology. Here, we learned that the fairies weren't always the sweet, cute, cuddly creatures that we know of today.
In ancient fairy times, a fairy's main job was to fight, not frolic.
Basically, fairies were once a race of super soldiers at war with a force known as the Darkness, which was only defeated when thousands of fairy warriors combined their powers to create a neutralizing light. And even then, the Fairy Council prophesied that the darkness would one day return. They sent millions of the strongest fairy warriors out into the void of space to create
Okay, I don't remember any of this in that cartoon.
an early warning system for Fairy World, should the darkness ever return. According to the lore of the series, that's exactly why there are stars in the sky. All those stars, they're fairies on the lookout. Now, that's a cool story and all, but just think about its implications. Fairy World must have been devastated by this war with the darkness, if millions of them were sent into space at the end of the fighting just to be a warning system. That's not even thinking about how many died during combat. Their population has clearly dwindled, to a point where the entirety of Fairy World can fit inside of a gumball machine.
Every fairy in Fairy World must be in here!
And it's not like fairies reproduce quickly either. In Fairly Odd Baby, Cosmo and Wanda's child Poof is born, and we learn that the last fairy child born before Poof was Cosmo himself.
It all started when the last baby was born in Fairy World.
So he's the youngest fairy?
And yet, in The Fast and the Furious, we meet Cosmo and Wanda's very first godchild, the caveman credited with inventing the wheel. That means that, at minimum, another new fairy hasn't been born since at least the Paleolithic era 40,000 years ago. Even the fairy economy seems to be suffering, unable to fill positions in vital public services like law enforcement.
Isn't there supposed to be a good cop and a bad cop?
We had some cutbacks.
And so Jorgen did what he thought he needed to do. He created a sham system that would eventually result in kids losing their fairies, and those fairies then having to return to the fairy world. For centuries, he's been tweaking the rules, trying to create
the army again.
Mess up so badly that the godparents have no choice but to abandon them. That's why he allowed the Pixies to exploit the loophole. After kids become the dominant species on Earth, he's happy to pull all those fairies back to Fairy World. In the episode, we see him being put to work in real jobs that can help rebuild their infrastructure. He wants the fairies back to rebuild their population. Remember, before Poof, Cosmo was the last fairy child born, and he's older than the entirety of human civilization. In short, when humans came into being, production of new fairies stopped. And without the need to train godparents, there's a perfect excuse to turn the Fairy Academy into an actual fairy army boot camp. Jorgen knows that the darkness is going to return, and he's been spending his entire life preparing for it. That's why his physique is so much more like the fairy warriors of old, and why he immediately takes charge of the entire fairy world when the darkness returns, sending all the other fairies to be protected in a gumball machine as he tries his best to fight back. He begrudgingly teams up with Timmy, someone he loathes. He even sacrifices himself to make sure that Timmy can save the fairy world. That is his primary goal, no matter the cost. And here's the thing, his plan seems to work. Timmy is able to dispel the darkness by showing it love, thereby turning it towards kindness. And towards the end of the series, we learn that there's a shortage of fairy godparents, partially because fairies have begun pursuing careers within fairy world.
Due to overwhelming demand
Uh-oh.
and fairies taking on better paying jobs, there is a fairy godparent shortage.
That said, Jorgen's plan didn't work well enough. He still had to suffer through all those episodes with the dog fairy.
What do you want me to say? I just ate a dictionary.
But hey, if you want something that breaks the rules of our world, you should check out our sponsor for today's episode, Air Up, the bottle that'll completely change
All right.
the way you drink water by
That was crazy,
hacking your
chat.
brain.
Okay, missed. Let's
It's
see
just
what's up.
another day where Kai Cenat and Rakai have not donated to Team Water. First, it was the Nigerian school scam. No schools have been built, and also Kai Cenat has not donated $400,000. Rakai hasn't donated zero.
25. If Kai Cenat does 400K, on God, I'll do 400K. Locked.
Kai Cenat, the most beloved Twitch streamer on the planet. From basement streams to Times Square billboards. From earning barely enough to survive to a net worth of over $14 million. But now, fans are asking, does he really deserve all this love? Because when Mr. Beast, the face of YouTube charity, launched a $40 million campaign to give clean water to millions in places like Bangladesh, Malawi, and Kenya, he publicly challenged top streamers, including Kai Cenat and XQC, saying, whoever donates the most to Team Water is officially the richest streamer in the room. It was a creative charity showdown, but then something unexpected happened. And
Okay, so I feel like that was a bad idea because all you're doing is pitting the streamers against each other, and Kai and XQC already had that issue where XQC pulled out the thumb drive. I got all of Amp's net worth on a thumb drive in some safety deposit box somewhere, right? So to say that is crazy. You're just stirring up drama regardless. But let's see what else is going on, because there's a lot going on. Kai has been on a downward spiral.
now, questions are surfacing. Why did Kai hesitate? Where's the generosity fans believed in? Let's break down what's really happening, and whether Kai Cenat is truly who we thought he was. Mr. Beast recently launched a new project aimed at providing clean drinking water to people in underdeveloped and water-scarce regions, especially in several African countries. Through this initiative, he and his team have been installing wells, boreholes, and water pumps in villages where people previously relied on dirty or unsafe water sources.
Mission to give 2 million people all around the world clean water. This village in Malawi now has clean water, impacting over 1,000 people.
This is the first of many projects we're going to be doing and the largest creator collab in history.
His video highlights how this clean water access is changing lives, reducing illness, saving time, and improving overall health. Beyond just providing water, the project is also helping create local jobs.
Look at all the people that donated, though. So, like, you would have to ask yourself, is this really legit? Because look at the names on this list, right? You got Toby, you got Mr. Beast, XQC, Trainwrecks, Aiden Ross, Mark Rober, Logan Paul, Michael Rubin, Queso, FaZe Banks, Jinxie, Los Boyos, Sketch, Young Thug, Exposed, Kodak Black donated, Togi, Neon, DDG, Dan Clancy from Twitch himself, the man himself, donated. Like, this is insane.
And spreading awareness about hygiene and long-term sustainability. The initiative has received global praise for bringing real, lasting change rather than just temporary aid. Several well-known creators and influencers have contributed to this mission, including PewDiePie, KSI, Logan Paul, Jacksepticeye, Aiden Ross, and XQC, among others.
We have Neon down for 10,000, Steve for 50,000, TJ 50,000, X 400,000.
Their donations have helped fund more water systems and expand the reach of the project, showing how the creator community can unite for powerful social impact. While influencers, both good and bad, are coming together to donate and help the poor, one big name has been completely silent. We're talking about Kai Cenat. Yes, the same Kai Cenat who is considered one of the top streamers in the world. While creators like PewDiePie, Logan Paul, XQC, even the controversial Aiden Ross have stepped up and donated, people are now asking, where is Kai Cenat?
It's just another day where Kai Cenat and Rakai have not donated to Team Water. First, it was the Nigerian school scam. No schools have been built, and also Kai Cenat has not donated $400,000. Rakai hasn't donated zero. Let me just speak for myself. Let's type in Rakai here, man. Rakai. 0 donations. Does Kai Cenat and Rakai not care about African children? What's going on here, Rakai? As you can see, the Aiden Ross community, ARL, YTG, Conv, KTF, has donated over 900,000 years of water, and you haven't done shit, dude.
And honestly, I agree with the criticism. Kai has millions in net worth.
Okay, so there's a couple of things with this. So like, okay, cool. That's their cause though. Like you can't tell somebody where they need to send their donations to. Like that's not, you can't do that. Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. Like how are you supposed to tell someone because they have the money, they have to do that? Like, no, you don't do that.
If he just donated $200,000, that would probably be...
Just donate $200,000. That doesn't make any sense. Like, come on, man. I don't care how much money he has. Just donate $200,000. Just $200,000. Come on, man.
Less than 3 to 4% of his total wealth. He could make that money back in 15 days or less. So,
like he could, but why should he?
Why is he ignoring?
It's not his responsibility.
This. When guys like Adine Ross, who literally supports criminal streamers like Heston James, who just got arrested and is facing 9 years, and now Adine Ross is even saying he'll give money to cover the legal fees of this criminal TikToker so he can escape, just imagine how shameless Adine Ross is. But even this shameless person is giving money.
This AI is killing me.
To help the poor. So why is Kai Cenat not giving a penny? Even streamers who are hated, controversial, or constantly in drama are putting their money where it matters. But Kai, not even $1. Not a single post. Not a single move to influence or support. And people have started noticing. Now guys, here's the actual proof of Kai Cenat's expenses. His income is insane. He makes an estimated $1 million per month just from Twitch and YouTube alone. On top of that, he earns even more through brand deals. One of his houses, a $3 million mansion in Georgia that also works as his content studio. And guess what? He invested another $500,000 just to customize it for streaming. During subathon months, his income shoots up to $3.6 million. That's right, in a single month.
In 2025, this is dead as a flex. In 2025, chat, this shit dead as a like.
That's 30 grand a pop, minimum.
Oh, the TVUs, man, damn. The WTVUs.
Recently, he even bought a whole house for his friends to create a content house in Atlanta where they can live and work together. Not just that, he gifted a house to Ray so he could officially stay in the US and stream full time. He's also known for spending money on all sorts of things, from $1 McDonald's meals to a $70,000 robot, and even once flexed a $90 million item. So here's the question. When he can spend so much on gifts, friends, luxury items, why can't he...
Okay, this was probably a gift or some kind. They probably gave this to show it off and he had to give it back. This isn't, I can't, no. Like this robot, no, come on, man.
Give even a single dollar to help poor people? Like seriously, does he even have any humanity left? Is he even human at this point, or just a money machine? Not only that, he even made all his money by investing donations. Shocking, right? Investing donations to earn money? How is that even possible? Okay, I'm breaking it down. Kai Cenat posted some videos where he was seen helping people and giving gifts to fans and kids. But watch these videos closely. You know why? Because these helps and gifts aren't even worth thousands of dollars. Yet these small gestures made him hundreds of thousands in return. So guys, are you getting it now? Just think about the return on investment here. If you're really that generous, then why don't you donate some big cash this time? Is your generosity only for cheap PR campaigns to boost your brand value? Were all those videos just an act? Guys, let me know what you think, because from now on, I don't believe in any of these streamers' generous videos. Because when the real money is on the table, these streamers will run from the country just to avoid donating. And like I said before, even Adine...
Okay, so I think Kai Cenat has got to a place where he is so big, he's being used as a marketing tool. He's no longer doing what he wants to do. Now he has a marketing team telling him what to do. Now he has a PR team telling him how to respond, who to respond to. What do you want your image to be? Is this good for the brands that we have sponsoring us? Do we have the teams that we have working for us? Is this good responses? Is this good actions? Do we need to do this, right? And He's gotten to that point. He is no longer the people's Kai Cenat. Like, I feel I Show Speed moves at a different pace. I Show Speed's worldwide. Like, Kai is too, but not like Speed. But Kai has gotten to a point where somehow he's way bigger than he thought he'd ever get to. And that whole, I'm not changing for anybody, I'm not going to let nobody change me, is out the window. He's too big to be himself. He cannot go back to being himself because he is boring as himself. So now he needs a marketing team. Now he needs script writers. Now everything's staged now. There is no just normal content with Kai. There's no, let's sit down, let's have a talk. Let's sit down, let's chop it up. Let's invite this person over. They get to meet me for who I am and we get to talk, chat. There's no more of that. Everything's scripted from here on out. Everything's going to be scripted. There's no in between. Kai Cenat has got too big for himself.
Ross has already donated $400,000 to this clean water project, but Kai Cenat hasn't given a single penny. In fact,
so now when he does things like this, where he doesn't donate while everybody else is donating, when he doesn't show up when everybody else is showing up, when he makes a mistake that's human, he has gotten so big where now he's going to take those criticisms, and now there's a lot of people. It started out with little bit of people hating, but now he's so big, there's a lot of people hating. All it takes is somebody who's on the fence, whether they watch Aiden Ross or Kai, or they watch XQC and Kai, or they watch Jinxie and Kai, and one little, I feel some type of way about that, what Kai did or what Kai's not doing. They're going to jump ship easy because now you're just too big. Before you were a good size where it's just like, it's cool to be a Kai Cenat fan. Now you're just another bot. That's it.
Dean Ross even made a challenge. He said, if Kai Cenat donates $400,000, then he'll donate $400,000 too. That's literally a direct challenge. But the condition was,
X does 400K, Train does 400K, Beast does 400K, Ado does 400K. We need 5. If Kai Cenat does 400K, on God, I'll do 400K. Locked.
Okay, but only what is that? That's 2 mil. That's 2 mil. That's beautiful.
Kai Cenat gotta go 400. I'm in. On God.
Kai has to donate first, and yet Kai Cenat hasn't reacted at all. No donation.
Okay, and then like, at the same time, like we're over here talking about this, but we're not talking about Mr. Beast money. Like what type of money Mr. Beast has that he can't cover that?
No response, not even a single post. He's acting like he doesn't even know it's happening. Now listen, I don't care if Dean Ross is shady or not, that's not the point. The fact is, he still gave a huge amount of money to help poor people. So why can't Kai Cenat, who's out here buying everything, gifting homes to his friends, spending millions on random stuff, give even $1?
Because that's what he worked for. That's like, it sucks to say, but that's what he worked for. He earned that right to spend his money the way he wants to. You can't force him to make that donation. Like, that looks bad, and he's got to deal with the consequences. Oh, my nose is itchy. It looks bad, and he's got to deal with the consequences. But he earned that right. He earned his money to where he can spend it how he wants. He can look out for his friends. There's nothing wrong with that.
The same guy who became famous because of people's love and support. He made money off donations, subs, and hype. But now that he's rich, he's acting like he's some billionaire who doesn't know the world anything. So honestly, what's the point of supporting a creator like that? Where's the value in backing someone who forgets the people once they're at the top? What do you think about that? Let me know. And right now, most creators are brutally criticizing Kai Cenat for this, asking why certain types of creators like him aren't giving any money at all. They're calling it out openly, saying when you have millions and a massive platform, how can you stay silent while others are stepping up to help?
Then actual politicians and governments is insane. I better not hear anybody talk about Mr. Beast after this. Because every time he does something good, there's always somebody that doesn't donate to any causes, that doesn't do any good, that's going to have something to say.
So honestly,
but it's like, what is this cause? Okay, that's cool. They're helping out those countries, right? Where's the government stepping in? What about at the home front? What are we doing on the home front to help Americans? Like it's cool and all, but maybe he just has his cause. Maybe he has his reasons, right? Like he was building those homes in Africa. Like that kind of fell through. That's a bad look. Now it's like it's all stacking up. I can understand him not doing these things, but at the same time, it's starting to look bad.
I think this criticism is 100% legit. By staying silent, Kai Cenat is proving exactly how shady and shameless he really is. He's not doing anything, not even addressing it, and that silence speaks louder than words. I seriously don't understand how someone like this is even considered one of the best creators. Creators like him should be rejected from everywhere, just like they're rejecting the poor who need help the most. Guys, do you agree with me or not? Let me know.
I don't know, man. I feel like we're watching the downfall of Kai. Like I think we that fatigue is kicking in, right? We're getting fatigued from Kai. We need something new. He went from being the relatable guy to you just don't care about nobody but your own friends, and everything you're doing is starting to look fake. And that's what people don't want. People enjoy watching fake stuff, but if your whole persona is on you being real and you're not being real, you're going to get some backlash because that's not who you claim to be. So you claiming to be somebody you're not. So it is what it is, man. Oh, I kind of want to watch this. So this vegan bodybuilder used to have beef with other bodybuilders because he was a vegan, right? And how he was much better than everybody else because he claimed that even people that weren't doing steroids was doing steroids. I kind of want to watch that video. I will put it on a back burner. We'll see what's up. Yeah, we'll put it on a watch later list. All right, so I think I'm gonna jump and play some games. But what we gonna play, chat? What we about to play? We'll play some 2K. Yeah, let's play some 2K. I gotta move everything over though. All right, so here we go. Boom, kaboom. Where's the TikTok? Kaboom. Why is TikTok up here like this? I gotta find. Let me add camera. No, that's there it is. Okay. Boom, boom. Let's go ahead, bump this down. Where's my camera at? Come on, man. Okay, so close that. Close that. Oh, I'm tripping. That's what it is. I'm tripping. Okay. That's on me. Oh, wrong one. Golly. All right, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it straightened out, Chad. I'm getting it straightened out. Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. All right, let's see. I don't know where my cap card is. Oh, I gotta get it off. Man, this is crazy. All right, we're just gonna forget it on TikTok. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think that's it right there. Okay. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Now where we at? Where we at? TikTok. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I think that's it. Let me shrink that. Boom. All right. I think we're gonna rock with that. We good right there, I think? Yeah, we good right there. Let me go ahead and get this TikTok going. Move this up. Come on, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna control that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me get this chats going up. All right. Oh, hang on, chat. Hang on. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. Check. Check. Y'all hear me? Okay, let's go, man. I think I got my power forward. I think I'm gonna play with my power forward. He can shoot middies and dunk. So yeah, this is it right here, chat. Take a look, soak it in, enjoy it, deal with it. All right, let's see if we can dunk on these fools. I'm gonna try and set this up. I don't know, man. I'm gonna try and set it up to where y'all can hear the PlayStation sound, but I want to make sure I can get it right first. If not, we're gonna be stuck here for about an hour, me trying to figure this stuff out. Oh, he out of there. Oh, they gotta give me that. Gotta be better than that, bit up. They can't stop me. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, you gotta play that defense, bit dog. Stay in front of your mans, bro. Your mans is beating the brakes off of you. Come on, bro. Who's man? Why is it so hard to stay in front of your man, bruh? And then you go up with that. That's crazy. What is he doing? They're trying my patience. Pass the ball, bro. Took so long. That man was wide open. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This dude is not guarding his man at all. Like, it is. Why even play the game if you're just not gonna guard your man? Like, just feeding us L's. I don't even want to give you the ball. That's what you put up? That's crazy. You know, I'll guard you, man. I'll guard you, man. Come on, bruh. This dude is awful. This dude is awful. Just left his man. Ooh. People don't know how to throw alley-oops in the game? What is he doing back there? His man got 12 points. What is happening? What am I watching? I'm open. What am I watching? I got 10 points. We only got 2. I got all of our points but 2. Get that out of here. What is happening right now? What's up, everybody in the chat, man? What's up?
Hey, yo, right here.
Oh, this dude ain't shooting that.
I see him. I see him.
Get that, boy. Let's go. We out. Throw an alley-oop, big dog. These dudes is out of control, bro. He hit that up. I guess I'm the only one that can score.
17-14.
Come on, let me get a dunk animation, man. But they know I'm not passing to that dude. It's over with, man. What's wrong with dudes? Why you coming in, bro? Like, you wide open, dog. You wide open. You want to come on in. Crazy. Give me the ball. Oh my goodness, we're coming back. This is it. Oh, they didn't give it to me. Oh my goodness. Bruh, this dude is awful. I can't do it all, Chet. Can't do it all. I tried. I tried. But it's like games like these where people will tell you, oh, your win percentage is so low. You know what I mean, chat? Like, people just be dry talking. Like, it's your fault. Like, your fault you losing. Ain't nothing I can do. My man could play defense. What y'all doing, man? He better not be talking about me. I had a mismatch. Of course I'm gonna take it. Here we go. We're going down. It's going down. Watch the cut. Ah. You all late with it, big dog? Oh, my back on the cut. Space the floor. That's what you put up. Crazy. Crazy work. That man crazy. He's selling that game. Again. Ain't no way, man. You ain't gonna contest that? Waiting for him for the crossover. He wouldn't come. If my man stepped up, he would have had to come back the other way. I would have had it. Come on, bro. Bro, what are you doing in the back court? All that for that, bro. Is in the back court spamming dribble moves. Do not even guard me. Is this a big man? And you smoked it. Oh my goodness, 2K, come on, bro. That's too deep. Let him go. Let him have two. Y'all giving up three. Let him have two. What is 2K on right now? We bobbling the heck out this ball. Ali. These boys don't want no alley-oops, man. You gonna leave them for three? Oh my goodness. Come on, 2K. I'm trying to do a dunk. Oh, if these dudes could throw an alley-oop, it would be nice. Why you over here by me, bro? Go somewhere else, bro. You got time for all that. Go alley-oop.
W's in the shot. W's in the shot. This is my alter ego. Anif?
Let's take this man into wreck, man. Let's take this man into the wreck. Yeah. See what's up. Let's go to the wreck and see what's up. It might not be good. This might not be a wreck build, but we gonna see what's up. Let's go. All right, wish me luck, man. Wish me luck. Could be a problem. Oh, let me check my badges. Make sure I got my boost on. Let's see. Do I want on-ball menace or do I just want to leak out? Nah, we're going to posterize. I don't want to play no games with these dudes. What else? What else we doing? Area wizard? Yeah, we just dunking on everybody. I don't even care. All right. I just want to dunk on everybody, Chad. That's all we doing is dunking on people. Defense gonna be there. We always there with defense, but we just gonna be dunking on people. All right, hang on. Let me exit out this YouTube. YouTube, we done for the day, man. We done for the day, YouTube. I'm about to put music on. It's been real.